everybody out there. I'm not gonna lie, it's a cold one today. If you see me shivering and turning blue, that's why. I got a question for you. What do we owe the land? This isn't a big philosophical question or one to argue about. There is already plenty of that out there already. This question is a bit quieter. One you feel in your gut. What do we owe the land? Out here in the Rockies, that question doesn't stay theoretical for very long. The land has a way of making things personal. You start noticing what it gives without asking. Water showing up from snow that fell months ago and miles away. Grass coming back after pressure passes. Forests healing themselves after fire, if we let them. None of that is guaranteed. None of that is owed to us. And yet, we often live like it is. Most of us don't wake up trying to take advantage of nature or what the land gives us. We're just busy. We're trying to get by. We're doing what we were taught worked before. But somewhere along the way, we got real comfortable taking and really uncomfortable asking what all that costs. The land is generous, but it's not careless. It keeps going, but it keeps track. That's the part we don't always like to hear. This week's theme in Lessons from the Rockies isn't about being a full-time outdoorsman or disappearing into the wilderness to find meaning. You don't need to live in the mountains. You don't need to hunt, ranch, or hike every day. What we're doing with Lessons from the Rockies is simpler than that. It's about bringing a little of the wild back into your day, into how you see the ground beneath your feet, into how you think about the living systems we all depend on, even if you never think about it at all. Because sooner or later, every living place asks the same quiet thing. Not what life gives me, but how do I choose to live? That question shows up everywhere. It shows up in the pasture that needs rest, in the river that runs lower and lower each year, in the forest that grows back stronger when we stop rushing it. It even shows up in us, because the same patterns apply. Taking without rest, pushing without listening, calling exhaustion a flaw instead of a warning. Out here, the land doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for awareness, for restraint, for something in return. And the honest truth is this. What we owe the land usually isn't dramatic. It's not some grand gesture. Most of the time, it's a lot quieter than that. Leaving a little more than you take, doing less when you could do more, paying attention to nature, especially when no one else is watching. This week's posts explore that idea from a few different angles. Fire, water, pressure, belonging not as concepts, but as living systems that are still trying to teach us something. If we're willing to slow down long enough to listen, and if any of this resonates with you, I'd invite you to spend some time with this week's theme. Read one post, take a walk outside, notice something you've walked past 100 times before. Because the land has been answering this question for a long time. The real work is deciding whether we're ready to hear it.